Alrighty, YouTube, we're back. We're back down in the shop here. We're still getting ready for winter. Hopefully you guys are watching some of my other videos. I just put one on insulated inner covers. Got to prevent that condensation. Cold won't kill your bees, but the water will, or condensation. But today I'm building. I've watched a bunch of different videos on how guys do it a little bit different way, how different ways people do this. I pretty much use the same idea, but I've kind of tweaked it a little bit. I'm going to call this my candy board inner cover. What it is, all it is, I'm not going to sit here and build it for you guys. You can figure this out. All it is 1x4s cut to the size of your hive, obviously, your length, your width. Just cut to the size of your hive. Just measure your hive, get your exact dimension. I found out that you can't use the exact dimension. You might be off by an eighth or a 16th off, because on some of the manufactured ones, they're almost perfect, but they can have a flaw in it. I mean, maybe like a 16th. It's not a big deal. So if you try and go by that exact measurement, if you make a bunch of them, some might be off. So you're pretty close. And I'm building my own deeps and supers, and those will be other videos. But you want to just kind of double check your measurements every once in a while to make sure you're pretty close, because it could be off just a hair. So anyways, 1x4s, cut them, with your hive, the length of your hive. And what I did, here's one. I kind of changed my mind a little bit. What I did is I took a 1x4 and I ripped it in 4 pieces. They're 3/4 inch. You can get 4 3/4 inch pieces. Where are they at? Right here. You can get 4 3/4 inch pieces out of a 1x4. And what I did, first thing I did is I nailed my frames together. I nailed the frames together. Got it all square. I glue it. I like this Title Bond glue. This is really nice. It's supposed to be waterproof, weatherproof, waterproof. When this stuff grabs, it grabs. It's pretty nice. I like this stuff, and you don't need a whole lot of it. I cut it. I glued it, I nailed it on all 4 corners. Then I took my 1x4 and I ripped it on my table saw. Excuse the mess at my shop here, but I know where everything is at. I cut it on my table saw, 3/4 inch wide piece. You can get 4 pieces out of this. Just put it on the table saw. Just put it on the table saw, set your setting, and go. Like I said, you can see the mess behind me here. So what I did is I cut it, I laid the board on its side like this, I laid this piece in here, I glued it, and I just nailed it. I nailed it probably 3 or 4 times. You could use your scrap too. You don't gotta, if you've got scrap 1x4 laying around, cut it. Why waste it? Or 1x6, 1x8. If you've got scrap long enough, use it. Ain't no sense in buying new. Make use of your scrap. And if you get one that's bowed just a little bit, if it's bowed this way, lay it down, nail it, glue it, nail it in the middle, on the side, it ain't going to move. So you can see what I did here. I laid it down, put it here, nailed it, turned it over, laid it down, nailed it. I'm sure you got the idea, right? Nailed it, nailed it. It's flush. If you put this flush on the table, it's flush, which means it will sit flush on top of your deep box. So, with it being 3/4 high, this gives you enough room. Like I said, I kind of invented this myself here. I went and I bought a roll. This is, I think, 25 feet by 2 feet. And when you unroll it, you gotta be careful. Of wire mesh. I forget what grade this is, but like I said, Menards. Of course, I buy everything there. This is 1/4 inch mesh. What I did is I cut this 1/4 inch mesh to fit perfectly right in there. See, it goes right in perfect. But then I noticed when I put this in, a block of candy board, when you make your candy board, it might weigh maybe a pound, pound and a half, depending how thick you make them. Well, it was sagging in the middle. So what I did is I just cut another I just took another 3/4 inch piece. I cut it, I glued it. This isn't totally dry yet, but I cut it, I glued it. Now, when you put this in, you set that there, you put it in, You can't see it by the video here, but when this lays in, and this stuff is pretty thick. Actually, I can't remember what gauge this is. I just threw the paper away. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to staple it. I got my heavier duty staple gun. I'm going to staple this all the way around. I didn't do it just so I could show you guys. I'm going to staple this all the way around. You set it flush on the table. Since the 1x4 is flush, you got something really solid to staple to. Put it all the way around. Now, when you make your candy board, or if you put your pollen patties, whatever, it'll sit on here. This isn't gonna drop down. So originally I wasn't gonna do that, which you can see here. I wasn't gonna put that middle piece in. And then before I was getting ready to make this video, I wanted to get this cut. And I'm like, oh, that's got a little sag in it. So we tweaked it. So this is kind of like my own invention, but a lot of guys, if you search around on YouTube, you'll see pretty much everybody kind of does the same thing. What I like about this is with the 1/4 inch, you can put your candy board, your pollen patties. The bees can come right through here. They can eat it, whatever. They can go right back down in. It's real easy. You want to lift your roof up. You can slide you'll have your roof on here. Actually, my insulated inner cover, which where are they? They're back. They're over there for right now. But the insulated inner cover will sit on this. Lift that up, put your candy in there, your sugar candy or your pollen patty, set it right back down. The bees can come through here and go back down. And if the cluster, when it gets cold and they're clustered, if the cluster is here somewhere, I put this board this way because the frames obviously in your hive go that way. I thought about going this way, but I didn't want to cross it, so I wanted to make it, this is probably going to be somewhere close on top of one of the frames. And that's kind of all there is to it. I was going to put an upper entrance in this for a little bit of ventilation, but my insulated inner covers, hopefully you've seen that video, that'll go on there. That's got an upper entrance, but it's not, but the bees can't get through that because I've got screen over the hole, so they can't get out. It's more of a ventilation thing. The reason I didn't put the upper entrance on this, I didn't want to encourage robbing. You get a warm day, I mean, in the middle of winter, most likely nothing's going to happen. But in the spring, when things start coming out, things start coming to life, the wasps, the yellow jackets, if for some reason you don't get out there right away to get this thing taken off, before it warms up, you might get wasps in there, you might get yellow jackets in there, bugs can, whatever can crawl in there. I thought, well, I'm not going to put the upper entrance in. I was going to do it. I even bought some nice plastic grommets, drill a hole, put it in really nice. But then I thought, no, I don't want to encourage the robbing. So no upper entrance for this. And primarily this is for the middle of winter. So there probably won't be going anywhere. But if it warms up and you don't get it off right away, I'd just be afraid stuff would get in there. So that's my thought on that. Anybody else got any thoughts? Please, let me know. Leave some comments below. So anyways, I'm going to get my staple gun. I'm going to staple this down all the way around. And it's ready to go. I am going to paint it. I got to paint all this stuff. I'm going to paint it white, kind of weatherproof it a little bit. Use a good outdoor paint. Spend a little bit extra money because you go through all the trouble building this stuff. Don't buy the cheap paint because obviously you pay for what you get. So buy the I don't know if it's even handy close by. It's somewhere. Oh, it's right here. Actually, you can't read the can, but it's all painted over now. But this is Ultra something. This is a good outdoor weather paint, and it's just white. So I will get all these things painted because pretty soon it's what, today's October 4th. I'm not sure when I'm going to put these on. Maybe November. Maybe I'll wait till the weather gets pretty lousy, which it's coming. Today's kind of a nice day, but it's cool. But anyways, this is my sugar candy inner cover, I guess I'm going to call it. Like I said, you can put your pollen patties on it. You can put your sugar candy on, put that board down the middle. That just gives it support. I think that's everything. So I've got enough built for right now. I've only got my 4 hives going right now. Next year I plan on doubling that. And you can see behind me here, I've got pieces of everything that I got to start putting stuff together. So anyways, hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully you learned something from it. Please subscribe, support the channel. There's a little bell next to the subscribe button. Click that bell. You'll get a notification every time I make a video. Give me a thumbs up too. The thumbs up are nice. It just shows that somebody likes what I did. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. That's fine. I can take it. I always say, hey, I'm open to any kind of suggestion. Anybody got any thoughts, comments, please let me know. So, like I said, please subscribe, and I will talk to you later, YouTube. We'll see you. Bye.